Wow, NVIDIA earnings are out. The stock popped. Hey everyone, it's John Taylor. Good morning. How are you? Having a great day. What an awesome day. NVIDIA earnings are out. Today is Thursday, November 20th, 2025. Got a lot of news today on the economic calendar. Yeah, do me a favor, give my video a like and a share, and let's get the word out too. And please subscribe to my channel. Channel's getting a lot of traction. So today, we've got U.S. Employment report. It's a delayed report over the summer. U.S. hourly wages, mouth twister there, hourly wages year over year, initial job claims, Philadelphia Fed manufacturing survey, existing home sales at 10 o'clock, U.S. leading economic indicators, and then Fed speak. So a lot of things on the market watch today as far as the economic calendar is concerned. So I go over geopolitics and then socioeconomics, and I'll try to speak up a little bit louder too and get some good audio going, but make sure you like and share my videos. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but the job report blows past hiring estimates. So let's look at this real quick for a second. I look at bar chart usually first thing in the morning. So stocks rallied before the open on upbeat NVIDIA earnings and U.S. job report in focus. U.S. employers added surprisingly solid 119,000 jobs in September, the government says in the delayed report. NVIDIA's earnings were strong to boost U.S. future while markets await long-delayed September jobs report. GE Appliances bolstered ties with U.S. suppliers as moves production from China to Kentucky, so we'll put Kentucky workers back to work. Alexander Real Estate, is Wall Street bearish on Alexander Real Estate? What are Wall Street analysts' target price for Domino's Pizza? So interesting too. Analysts bullish on EMCOR Group. Are Wall Street analysts predicting Universal Health stock will climb or sink? Are Wall Street analysts bullish to expand energy stocks? So let's take a look at the major market overview real quick. S&P futures up about 100 points on the mini. The NASDAQ 100 up about 478 points. Dow futures up about 400 points. The VIX is off 1.22, so less volatility. The Dixie, the dollar's been strong here. U.S. dollar index is at 100. So it kind of explains the reason that crypto and Bitcoin has had the dippy dip, because the dollar has been going up. I don't know how long that's going to last with the de-dollarization event. The crude oil is at 59.65, still kind of bearish conditions for it. Nat gas at 4.67. Gold flat at $4,081 to the ounce. And silver bullion at 50.77. So these are the major market indexes and overview. Let's look at the stocks that have been active. NVIDIA, of course, with its earnings. Tesla, very active on Tesla. Google, Alphabet. Google's amazing. Meta Platforms, very active. Amazon, Google, Alphabet C. Advanced Micro Devices is active also, compared to NVIDIA. Microsoft, Apple Computer, and Micron Technologies. So that's what's being reported on bar chart. Of course, Eli Lilly stock stands out for its diversified pharmaceutical portfolio. It's been very robust. It has a very strong technical opinion on Eli Lilly. So that's on bar chart. So let's look at what's being reported on Yahoo Finance and kind of take a look at it. And also too, I recently penned an ebook that you can read for free on Amazon Kindle. I'll put the links in the description. You can check it out below. But here is my book that I recently penned, titled Mastering Agentic AI, Artificial Intelligence, from Prompt LLM Prompts to Autonomous Systems. You can read it for free on Kindle. And I'll put, again, the link is there. And So I'm considered one of the world's leading expert, if not the world's leading expert in agentic AI. The future of software is autonomous. My ebook is a comprehensive guide to mastering agentic AI. So check it out. Tell me what you think. So looking at Yahoo Finance, again, the job report blows past hiring estimates. Added 119,000 jobs. Stock futures pop after NVIDIA earnings. Walmart lifts fiscal year forecast as earnings beat. So Walmart's doing well. Target not doing so well. Target and also in Starbucks. NVIDIA stock jumps as off-the-chart sales eases AI fear. So artificial intelligence play is still in play. The one disappointment is in NVIDIA's blockbuster report talking about it. Verizon cutting more than 13,000 jobs. There's a battle going on right now between human beings and the artificial intelligence, where corporations are adding AI infrastructure and then displacing jobs. Insiders are dip buying their own stocks at a fastest rate since May, so the insiders probably know something. Asia tech stocks turbocharged by NVIDIA's stellar earnings. Taiwan Semiconductors in the news also. Frozen, no hire, no fired labor market may be breaking. News on Amazon and Verizon. U.S. chipmaker Marvell plans India hiring spree, and research and development push to tap AI boom. China urges practical actions from Dutch government to resolve Nexperia dispute. There's a lot of new GE appliance bolsters, again, China and Kentucky. Analysts scramble to sell. Japan sounds fiscal warning bells. Warner Music and AI startup UDIO settle copyright battle, so that's good. Abbott bolsters diagnostic portfolio with a $23 billion buyout of Exact Sciences. So a lot of news there. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. People are talking about today in the news, NVIDIA powers through, shrugs off bubble concerns. So, Warren Buffett just recently purchased shares in Google. So I don't see an AI bubble yet. I don't see it yet. So, and that's reflected, of course, in NVIDIA stock. So on Wolf Street, economic news, there's 24 bigger cities where condo prices have dropped by 29% through October. So just kind of looking at Wolf Street, showing these, in Oakland, California, and Cape Coral, Florida, and St. Petersburg, Florida, and Austin, Texas, and, the condo prices have dropped between 25 and 29% in those four cities alone. Jacksonville's off 17%. So there's a bubble in condos, so there might be some opportunities there. Who knows? Stock market, S&P futures are up. S&P's popping. BKCH, the blockchain ETF, the Global X blockchain ETF is up 7% this morning. Stock shares like Iron Limited, Coinbase, Bitmine Immersion Technologies, Applied Digital, Cipher Mining, TeraWulf, Hut 8 Corporation, Galaxy Digital, Core Scientific, and Riot Platforms. Let's look at Iron Limited real quick here. It's a stock position. In fair disclosure, I own shares in most of the companies that I mentioned. And with that, I'm not a financial advisor. Iron Limited this morning was up as much as 10%. So the crypto play is back in. And so Bitcoin was pumping this morning too. Bitcoin is off trading wallets at 91,225. So Bitcoin's entered a bear market and is selling off again this morning. However, the Bitcoin mining companies in BKCH, the Global X Fund, those shares are pumping. And then blockchain, there's a blockchain ETF that I own also too, symbol BLOK. Okay, it's up nicely this morning, about 4%. It owns shares in MicroStrategy. So I've been continuing. It owns Robinhood Markets, Galaxy Digital, HUD-8, Coinbase, IBM, Cipher Mining, SBI Holdings, CleanSpark, NU, and then also PayPal, and along with MicroStrategy also too. I've been looking at MicroStrategy, MSTR. Let's look at Strategy Inc. It's had a nice 50% price retracement, and there's news about, Peter Schiff throwing MicroStrategy under the bus and saying that, they could go bust out or broke because they can't pay a dividend if they wanted to, or possibly because of the implosion or price dip in Bitcoin. So, and that, Strategy has been selling debt into the debt market and doesn't have, it doesn't have to declare a dividend. This is according to Peter Schiff. So we shall see. Gold bullion is pumping, obviously. So let's take a look at the news on the left. CNN. So breaking news on CNN, I look at it. I look on the left, how Trump is being reported on here on CNN, how Trump reversed course on the Epstein files. Trump's signature on the bill caps a public push for the files that the president first fueled nearly a year and a half ago. So they're going to war in D.C., over the politics, the Democrats versus Republican. Trump and Vance snubbed for Cheney funeral, but Biden, Bush, and all four former vice presidents are attending. So Trump says he'll meet with Mandy on Friday. Dems debate how approach the Marjorie Taylor Greene scenario. Stronger than expected job reports puts December rate cuts in doubt. So people are concerned, the economy is doing so well, so they're not going to lower interest rates. So Epstein, brother, there's things in there that people don't want to see. And so if the Epstein report, if it is published and, released and everything, I think anything, it'll be redacted. And so, we shall see. So this is what's being reported on CNN, the list, the Epstein list. Now looking on the right, let's see on Fox News. Let's look at Fox News. I look at both sides of the political spectrum. Conservative influence slams city leaders, police after Dearborn protest. So there's a lot of news going on here in the U.S. with, political unrest. It happens. Dem rep under fire after allegedly stealing $5 million of disaster relief funds for personal use. So the trust is possibly betrayed. GOP senator exposes $250 million of taxpayer-funded fast food meals through SNAP. Fast food is just awful. So country star brings beer on stage after winning major award at star-studded ceremony. Well, Trump's core supporters turn on him as Americans feel the unprecedented economic pain. So, constitutional handout. So we've got a lot of news being reported on Fox News. Obviously, that's what they do, but that's for the right and left. So let's take a look also too at MicroStrategy. I've been covering it for the last couple of days. And so let's see how it's technical. I don't use a technical analysis, but if I do speculate in stocks, I like it to, before I open up a position, I like it to be a 100% strong sell technically. Then I start DCAing into a position. So I've been looking at strategy here. 100% strong sell with the strongest short-term opinion on bar chart. Stock's off. Is it pre-market? Okay, it was off like 10% yesterday. So I'm accumulating some strategy stock here, and we'll see. I mean, it could go to zero, become worthless, or perhaps Michael Saylor's right and just shrugging off the Bitcoin market and see what it's doing. But strategy, it's down 30% in a month, MicroStrategy. And the question is, Should you buy MicroStrategy stock here? Strategy, also known as MicroStrategy, has seen its stock plunge 30% in 1 month. Hold on, got to sneeze. Might have to sneeze here, sorry. Sorry, everyone. Dramatic sell-off seen in MicroStrategy. The software company that turned Bitcoin treasury holders saw its shares tumble alongside the digital asset drop below 95,000, erasing most of its gains made in 2025. Despite the ongoing pullback, MicroStrategy's chairman, Michael Saylor, remains unfazed. In fact, Strategy continues to accumulate Bitcoin, adding 8,178 Bitcoin worth $835.6 million to its balance sheet just last week. So I continue to DCA Bitcoin. Strategy now owns 649,874 Bitcoin worth an average of 48.37 billion, with an average cost of Bitcoin at 74,433. So, Strategy, oversold condition, 100% strong downtrend. So, it looks straight down, but that's where I'm starting to accumulate a little bit. And it's, I'm taking the risk. Everyone else is selling Strategy shares and have experienced a margin call with this price dip if they are leveraged in their shares. And that just exasperates a further dip. And then investing, I look at the AI stocks and then crypto stocks. Kind of looking for, I do my own research here on camera to see which stocks I like. So which companies in the space of cryptocurrency stock shares are trading less than book value and are profitable? So let's look at this. Kind of, a lot of them, they don't pay dividends yet, but I look at book value. So Bit Digital, BT, that's trading at 0.71 book and is profitable. Bit Mining, stock symbol BTCM, again, not financial advice, just free alpha. Trading book value at 0.83 and profitable. Mara Holdings, MARA, trading at 0.84 less than book value and is profitable. Other companies here, let's see. Riot Platforms is trading at about 1.5 times book and is profitable. So these are the value companies in the space of the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency stocks. Now, there are cryptocurrency stock share companies that are involved in the cryptocurrency industry, such as those that mine, trade. I'm reading this off of a bar chart. Related to digital currencies, these stocks give investors exposure to a rapidly growing and notorious volatile cryptocurrency market without requiring them to directly purchase crypto. Investing in these Bitcoin stocks can provide diversification and potentially high returns as the cryptocurrency market continues to evolve and expand. Additionally, these cryptocurrency stocks allow investors to participate in technological advancements and financial innovations driven by blockchain technology. So these are the value stocks. Let's see what else. Riot Platforms, Block Inc., XYZ, trading at 1.5 times book, profitable. The 9 Limited, it's an ADR, trading at just under 2 times book. HUT, that's not profitable company though, but HUT 8, stock symbol HUT, trading at 2.41 book, profitable. What else? BlackRock trading at 2.85 of book. PayPal, that's a big downtrend stock recently, profitable, trading at just under 3 times book. Coinbase, trading at 4.44 book. So these companies that I've mentioned, I own shares in most of these through ETFs. So that's what I'm looking at today. I look at the geopolitics and socioeconomics of the capital markets. Stock market's going to open up in about 20 minutes, so I'm running about 20 minutes today on my video, but give my video a like and a share. I appreciate it. Let's get the word out. And so let's see what the stock pre-market's looking like today. If there's anything in the pre-market in the sector. So I kind of look at it, make sure the internet's working this morning. So here we go. Thanks for staying with me too at the end to give you a bonus at the end. So NVIDIA's active, Google, Tesla, VeriSign, Walmart's active with blowout earnings. So let's see pre-market trading, what's going on here in pre-market. Anything mentioned? Wow. NVIDIA's up, active. Charles Schwab is active. Walmart, Snap Inc. is actively traded in pre-market. A lot of these are earnings plays. Pre-market gainers. PAC Group is up 63%. Wow, a lot of these stocks are earnings driven in pre-market. The biggest losers for the morning, it's tough to look at these, would be good short sales possibly. So that's all I have for today, everyone. So the bonus is, take a look at MicroStrategy. Let's see what's going to go on with it today. And we'll see how MicroStrategy shares are going to play out into the future, trading at less than their intrinsic value. And let's see if we get a good rebound. The S&P 500 ETF is up this morning, pre-market about 1.5%. So it's looking good. A lot of stuff going on, obviously, with Venezuela and the Epstein list and how much of the Epstein list is going to be redacted. And so we'll see, the Constitutional Republic here in the good old US of A. A lot of exciting news with geopolitics and Maduro in Venezuela and all of the, cryptocurrency markets and the S&P 500 companies like NVIDIA and Apple Computer, and Microsoft and Amazon, Alphabet C. I own Amazon, amazing. Alphabet, Google's amazing. Broadcom, Meta Platforms, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway stock is pumping too recently. So we shall see. With that, everyone, it's John Taylor. I'm on my news desk and trading desk. Everyone have a super wonderful, great day. And I always say this, I give thanks for my abundant supply that's now manifested. I have it now. So everyone, great day on my trading desk. Let's see if we get a pump in these cryptocurrency stocks. Thanks, man. Everybody have a great day. Awesome.